Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So today's video is about the types of tawaf. Most of us relate tawaf in respect to Hajj and Umrah, but tawaf on its own is an ibadah, and you can watch my recent video which I uploaded, which is about how to perform tawaf and specifically Nafli Tawaf, because Nafli Tawaf has not got all the obligations as compared to the Tawaf which we do with Umrah or with Hajj, because in that one, usually you follow that with Sa'i. But in Nafal Tawaf, you don't do that. So we're going to have a look at what are the types of Tawaf so that it's clear whenever, inshallah, you're going to be visiting the Masjid al-Haram for the purpose of Hajj and Umrah. So you should know, and we being Muslim should know. So again, just a disclaimer before we continue, that this is information is to the best of my knowledge. I'm not a scholar but a student of Islam, and Alhamdulillah, I try my best to teach and guide the people as I understand myself. So let's go on with that. What are the 5 types of tawaf? So before going to the types of tawaf, is that what is actually the word tawaf means when we are talking about it. So tawaf means to circle around the Kaaba which is in Masjid al-Haram. And in tawaf, when we as anyone says that they are going to do tawaf, it always means that they are going to circle around the Kaaba 7 times. And there is again a separate video how to do tawaf, but just to explain quickly, that basically the circle is always done in an anti-clockwise, starting from the direction of Hajr Aswad. So anyone who is going to start the tawaf, he needs to come in the alignment of Hajr Aswad, which is shown in the diagram here, and this small, the black stone or Hajr Aswad is the same, and you start from this point and you move in the anti-clockwise direction. If you want to know what to read during the tawaf, there is a separate video, as I said, which is not the topic of this discussion. Then and you complete the 7th tawaf once you have made the 7 rounds and end in front of Hajr Aswad as well. So this is basically called the tawaf. And tawaf itself is an ibadah, just like a prayer. So anyone can perform tawaf by itself as well. Now, looking at the types of tawaf, there are basically 5 types of tawaf. Number 1 is the Nafl Tawaf. There is a separate video, but I'm gonna give you simple pointers here as well. What is Nafl Tawaf? Tawaf al-Umrah, the tawaf which is linked and we do as part of the Umrah. Tawaf Qudum, and I'm gonna look at the details of this one as well. Tawaf al-Ziyarah and Tawaf al-Wida. Usually these all the last 3 ones are linked to the Hajj. So when someone talks about Tawaf al-Qudum, Tawaf al-Ziyarah or Tawaf al-Wida, these are always linked to the Hajj. Whereas Tawaf al-Umrah by name, it's linked to Umrah, and Nafal Tawaf can be done anytime with Hajj, without Hajj, with Umrah, without Umrah, and by itself as well. So let's have a look quickly that what are the different types and what explains them. So Nafal Tawaf, also called volunteer Tawaf, and it can be performed anytime by anyone and as many times as they want. So in this you also don't need to be in the state of ihram. So usually when we do this, when we want to do an umrah, anyone who is already in the boundaries of Makkah, they need to go to Masjid Aisha, which is like a miqat, and there they come into the state of ihram, do the niyyah, and they come back to perform the umrah with which they perform the tawaf. But for nafli tawaf, you don't need to do anything. You can be in your dress shirt, you can be in your normal casual clothes, jubba, shalwar kameez, whatever you like, and you just perform the 7 rounds around the Kaaba, and that concludes basically your tawaf, and then you pray 2 nafal at Maqam behind the Maqam Ibrahim. And this again, this Nafal Tawaf does not require a sa'i, does not require a haircut or halq, what we call. And most scholars, basically, again, you can check with your own scholar, but most scholars prefer that you perform the Nafal Tawaf instead that you do multiple Umrah in a single visit to Makkah. So if you are going specifically for example from Pakistan or from UK to Makkah for Umrah, in that visit you just do one umrah. Don't try to do multiple umrah. Instead, it's preferred that you do multiple nafl tawaf. Okay, and this is a hadith which is from Jami Tirmizi. The reference is given if you want to check. Whoever performs tawaf around the house 50 times, he will be as free of his sins as the day his mother bore him. So this is a good to know. Next type of tawaf is tawaf al-Umrah. So whoever arrives with the intention to perform Hajj Tamattu or just Umrah basically will be performing Tawaf al-Umrah. So basically it's a part of Umrah done in the state of Ihram. For this you will be in the state of Ihram with the, for men it will be 2 white sheets along with this restriction of Ihram, which nail cutting or perfume, such kind of restrictions apply. And for females they can wear any dress which they like, but the Ihram restriction, cutting of nail and hairs will be applicable on them. Then after doing the 7 circles around the Kaaba and reading 2 Nafal at Maqam Ibrahim, they need to do the Sa'i and Halq in order to complete the Umrah. So it's a part, this Tawaf al-Umrah is a part of the Umrah. So this will be having the restrictions of Umrah, which means you need to be in the state of Ihram. And only after that, your Ihram, you can come out of the state of Ihram. But so here it is stated, in case of Hajj Tamattu, Ihram is taken off after Umrah and Ihram worn again for Hajj. Because Hajj Tamattu, if you don't know what is Hajj Tamattu, there is a separate video where I explain Hajj Tamattu, Hajj Ifrad, and the third type, which is Hajj Kiran. So I have explained that. You can watch my other video for that one. But here the Hajj Tamattur is the one which is most of us do if you are going from UK, USA, Pakistan, India. So from these countries, from outside Makkah, if you are coming, you will be, most majority of us do Hajj Tamattu, where we come to Makkah for the first time and we do straight away an Umrah, and after that we come out of the state of Ihram, and for the Hajj, whenever the 8th Zulhijjah come, we wear the Ihram again and do the intention again. So this is called Tawaf al-Umrah. The third type is Tawaful Qudum. Majority of us maybe not hear about it, but the people especially within the Saudi Arab might know or know about this Tawaful Qudum more. This is called Tawaf of Arrival or Tawaf al-Tahiyya, and it is mandatory for all pilgrims who arrive with the intention to perform Hajj Ifrad or Hajj Kiran. So again, if you don't know what is Hajj Ifrad and Kiran, I have a separate video, but briefly, Hajj Ifrad is when you only want to do Hajj, you don't want to do any Umrah. And Hajj Kiran is that in one go, you want to do Umrah first, and without taking off the Ihram and without getting the Halq, you straight away go for Hajj, or you keep in the state of Ihram until you have performed the Hajj. You cannot come out of the state of Ihram. So this is the restriction in Hajj Kiran, and this is the Hajj which was performed by the Holy Prophet in Hajjatul Wida. Now this is done. Again, this Tawaful Qudum is done in the state of Ihram. Sa'i can be delayed. In this, Sa'i is optional in the sense it has to be performed, but it's up to the person. Either they do the Sa'i on the same day of Tawaful Qudum, or they can delay the Sa'i along with the Hajj time with Tawaf al-Ziyarah. What is Tawaf al-Ziyarah? We're gonna listen after about this point, that what is Tawaf al-Ziyarah. But Sa'i can be done at that time, or they can delay. They have the option to do that. And in this one, you do not need to get the Halq after Tawaful Qudum and remain in the state of Ihram until Hajj complete. So in this one, basically, a person comes, he does the 7th Tawaf, he performs 2 Nafal at Maqam Ibrahim, then Sa'i, it's optional, either he will do at that time or he can delay after the Hajj days, and on 10th Zulhijjah when he gonna be doing Tawaf al-Ziyarah, he can do the Sa'i at that time, or he will if he has already done the Sa'i, he will just perform the Tawaf al-Ziyarah and he won't have to do the Sa'i again. And he will be in, during all this time until he has completed the Hajj, he needs to be stayed in the state of Ihram in this one. Now, what is Tawaf al-Ziyarah? So, Tawaf al-Ziyarah is basically a part of the Hajj itself. So, it's a rukun of Hajj, and basically it starts from like the day 3 when after where it is these are the steps of Hajj. If you don't know the steps of Hajj, I have a separate video where I have explained that how to perform Hajj, and in that you can have a look. But the focus again here is the Tawaf al-Ziyarah. So here, after basically you have been through the Hajj days, you have been to Mina camp, you have been to Arafat, you have spent the night at Muzdalfa. Then on the same day you do the Rami, you do the Qurbani, you get the Hal, and people go for the Tawaf, and that Tawaf is basically Tawaf al-Ziyarah, or it is also called Tawaf al-Ifada, sorry. So this is performed by all the pilgrims, all the Hajj pilgrims on 10th Zulhijjah after performing Qurbani and Halq, these two things, and mandatory for all pilgrims. Sa'i to be performed by anyone. So in this, Sa'i will be performed by everyone except only those people who have already performed the Sa'i with Tawaful Qudum, which I stated here, this point. So now I'm just linking the both so that you know what type of Hajj you are doing. So, and if you have done the Sa'i earlier, you don't need to Sa'i in this one. If you have not done the Sa'i before, then you have to perform with the Tawaf al-Ziyarah, the Sa'i as well. And this Tawaf al-Ziyarah basically can be done in normal clothes. So you don't need to be in ihram, because after you get the Halq, this on the day 3 on 10th Zilhijjah, after you have got the Halq, you are out of the state of ihram. The restrictions of ihram does not apply, and so that's why Tawaf al-Ziyarah can be done in normal clothes. You don't need to be in ihram. And after basically Tawaf al-Ziyarah, you don't need to get Halq, because you would have just got the Halq before that. So the last type of Tawaf is Tawaf al-Wida. What is Tawaf al-Wida? So this is also called the farewell Tawaf or Tawaf al-Wida, done after completing Hajj and near to leaving the city of Makkah. So again, if you have traveled from Pakistan, India, UK, USA, Australia, wherever the country you have come, so the last day when you're going to be leaving, or near to the time when you're going to be leaving the Makkah, it is preferred that you do at that time the farewell tawaf. So it's basically saying goodbye, and saying that inshallah, if Allah Ta'ala gives you option, we'll kind of come back. But it's, as the name says, it's a farewell tawaf, and you perform at that time. So again, for this one, you don't need to be in the state of ihram, and no sa'i required. So you just perform 7 circles, you perform 2 nafal, and that's all. So these are the basically 5 types of tawaf. I hope this video is helpful for you, just to know that what kind of tawaf you are gonna be performing. If you want to know the details of Nafl Tawaf, there is a separate video how to do that. If you want to know how to perform Umrah or Hajj, there are separate videos as well. If, again, disclaimer, if there is some information which is wrong, I apologize, and let me know, and inshallah I'll try to rectify. But hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe and share, and share with the other people who are going to be going for Hajj and Umrah. And thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.